For today's video demonstration, I'll show you how to create and edit question slides inside the system. In the Axis Learning Management System, there's the concept of a global question slide bank. Most learning items you can create inside the system will use the questions in this global bank. Therefore, it is a good idea to understand how the global slide bank works. I'm starting off here in the Learning tab. I'll click the Online Courses tile, then the Learning Objects tile, and then the Quiz Slide Bank tile. Next, I'll click the Manage Questions tile. This brings me into the Slide Bank area. I can list existing questions or add in a new one. I'm going to add in a new multiple option question. As you see here, there is a text editor to fill out the question text, so I'll just start typing that in here. Let me point out a few different things you can do here that may not be obvious. You can use this button here to paste in text from Microsoft Word. Up here you can see bold, italics, underline, and the different colors and the font sizes for your question. You may want to avoid using font sizes and colors if you'd like to be able to easily restyle your quizzes globally using the branding options. Once you apply styling on a question level, they will take priority over any global styling you do. I can also add images or videos into my question. Lastly, if you want to work with the raw HTML, you can click this button. Once I have my question text entered, I need to enter in some answer choices. This particular question type is a multiple option question, which means we can have up to 8 answer choices, with one choice being the correct answer. So I'll just put in a few answer choices here. I'll mark the correct choice. Now let me talk about the items in the Optional tab. This first item is the title. By default, it is the question number. However, you can make it something different, or add text next to the question number. Here you can enter in a reference or explanation. This is shown at the end of the quiz, unless you've turned that setting off in your quiz. In this area, you can put in immediate feedback responses. These are used in the non-graded quizzes only. In that kind of quiz, when a user selects an answer, they will be shown the immediate feedback response for the answer they choose before moving on to the next question. The highlighted one here shows me the correct answer. You can hover over the icon here to view the answer to avoid having to flip back and forth between tabs. Moving on to the other tab, here is an area you can put in some notes about the question. Here is the changelog. When the question is edited, the system tracks the date and time. Here, you can enter in JavaScript code. This last item is a setting for sharing. If you want the question be shared with manager admins, you can check this box. So back to the required tab. I will scroll down to the bottom of the answer choices. And I do have an option here to shuffle the question order. When this is checked, each user will see the answer choices in a different order. For this example, I will just leave it unchecked since I want them to appear in the same order. The last thing I need to do is assign this question to a category. If I want this question to go into a new category, I can add in a new category by typing it in here. If I click this drop down here, I'll see the existing categories I already have created. This section here tells you what quiz types this question works with. Not all question types work with all quiz types. So I will now add the question by clicking the Add Question button. One final mention here that is very important. If you are editing a question and you have existing quizzes that use that question, you will need to republish those quizzes to pick up the new version of the question. In other words, the changes you make will change the question in the question bank, but not inside the quizzes. The easiest way to republish quizzes is to click the Audit Learning Objects tile and follow the instructions there. And that's the overview. Thanks for watching.